He's that's Wayne, the bass player. He's a brilliant bass player, and I always had a great time in Berkeley and in San Francisco. And I remember we used to save money and go record shopping whenever we'd go there. We'd go to Amoeba Records. But I took some really good photos at Gilman Street. I remember me being on a couch pretending to be asleep, and I love Gilman Street.
Well, Fred, I like to think of you as being Chicagoan.
Well, I spent a lot of time in Chicago, but I am not from there.
Do you remember the show Chicago at all? The TV show Chicago.
Of course I do. I was on it.
Yes, you were on it, and you did one of the first appearances ever of Ferricito on Chicago.
Yeah, it was a children's show, so that's what made it extra fun.
And I have a gift for you from Chicago right here. This is your appearance on Chicago.
Why is it 2 DVDs?
Well, one is actually a Chicago soundtrack, and the second is the actual DVD of your performance.
Never seen it, so this is a first for me.
Please, let's give a warm cable access debut on Chicago. Welcome to the one, the only, Ferricito!
You guys ready for a little salsa dancing lesson with Ferricito? Yeah, all right. All right, listen, before we start, I'm going to play the drum a little bit, and I need you guys to say, "We love you." Can you do that? We love you. No, not yet, man. Wait until I play the drum. Listen, you don't know me well enough to love me, man. Okay, it's too soon. You don't tell people you love them just right off the bat like that. I'm not calling you for a week. Now we're gonna do a little salsa dance lesson, and I want you guys to do exactly what I do, okay? And this is the true tradition of salsa, okay? So do not mess it up or I will kick you out, okay? All right, let's bring up the music a little tiny bit. Okay, watch with me, and then we're gonna put it all together and do it really fast, okay? So you go like this. Then the left hand. There you go. Hey, that's really good. Then forward, then back, then up, then back, then walk like this, then turn around, then jump, and then like this, and then you go the shoulders like this, put the shoulders back again like, no, see, you're not doing it right, you gotta memorize this. Let's try from the top again, okay? Let's try it. First a little, like I said from the beginning, a little tap dance first, like this. We're gonna do this for about 2 hours, like this. 2 hours, let's do it straight. Okay, then a little bit of punching like this. Okay, let's cut the music. That's all right. That's enough of a salsa. You guys did a great job.
Fred, punk rock, crisis of conformity.
Yes, love letter. A love letter to punk, American hardcore punk.
It's so nice that you provided the people with this record. What can you tell the people with this record? I love the photos and stuff. Please explain the photos first.
That's me, hardcore style. That's Dave Grohl up there.
Although he doesn't play on the record, but used this photo to help sell the record. Classic punk rock technique.
Did you not? The sketch, he's playing drums in the sketch.
But not on the actual record, though. Were people disappointed he's not on the actual record?
People are never disappointed about anything.
Who were the other people involved in the sketch? Like, you had different little tidbits of information out there, like the Norton wedding. For people that don't know, could you explain a bit about this crisis of conformity? Because this is genius. This is like the Queen haters in reverse.
Well, thank you very much for saying that. Good reference. I can't believe you know about the Queen haters. But then again, I can believe it. I did a sketch on SNL, which was a love letter to American punk, and I put a bunch of references in there to all the bands that I loved. And even musically, there's references to Husker Du and Bad Brains and Dead Kennedys and Black Flag. And the opening shot is of a wedding, and it says Cadena Norton. That's Des Cadena and Greg Norton. And then we just put all of these elements in it. It was just sort of like, you don't hear it in the sketch, but the name of my character is Ian. And it's just everything put together, and the whole thing is a love letter to punk. And then Ashton Kutcher was the guitar player in it, and then Bill Hader played bass, Dave Grohl played drums, and I sang. And we even thank. Look at the thank yous here. We thank Billy and Ash. That would be Bill Hader and Ashton Kutcher, Dave Grohl.
It's amazing. You also thank Ian MacKaye and your band Trenchmouth played with Fugazi. What do you remember about playing with Fugazi and Trenchmouth?
those are always the biggest shows because there was a million people there because everyone loved Fugazi so much, and they were so nice to us, Fugazi. I'm still friends with Ian, and I love Ian.
Saturday Night Live.
And Brendan Canty recorded this. We recorded this at his studio.
On Saturday Night Live, Fear played, the legendary Fear punk performance. You being part of Saturday Night Live, have you ever talked to the higher-ups, Lorne Michaels, about that night? Do you have any insight into that?
Well, Lauren wasn't the executive producer at the time, so I haven't had a chance to really talk to him about that, but I talked to him about the specials, and I talked to him about the replacements, so I've talked to him about other punk bands that have been on.
He actually was involved because I know Ian Mackay said Lorne Michaels phoned up and said, get some people down to the studio. So I guess, have you heard about the legend that night? Like, hey, we're doing a punk skit. This better not be like the last punk skit.
I haven't talked enough about it. I will find out soon.
Fred Armisen, I love the way you pump punk rock. Like, for instance, the opening for Saturday Night Live, there's like a Jam reference. There's Jam. Has Paul Weller thanked you? Have the Sex Pistols thanked you? Because you're looking through Jam and Sex Pistols records.
Well, my original intent was for it to be Sex Pistols and Style Council, and then they didn't have a Style Council section. They had the Jam. So I said, okay, that'll do. And I love Paul Weller, and I love Steve Jones. And then I talked to Steve Jones, and he said he noticed, and he was really psyched about it.
Cynthia P. Castor. Cynthia Plastercast.
Yeah, she's a legend.
What can you tell the people about Cynthia Plastercaster from Chicago? What does she do for the people that don't know?
She is. She takes plaster casts of of men's famous rock stars' erect penises, and I think the most famous one is Jimi Hendrix.
Actually, the most famous one is Long John Langford. John Langford of the Mekons.
Oh, right. Okay.
Had the biggest dick.
Right. He had the biggest one.
You've actually drummed for that dick, haven't you?
Yeah. I was behind that cock.
On John Langford's appearance at South by Southwest a couple times, right?
That's exactly right.
Now, I have a question for you, or a message for you, actually, Fred Armisen, from Cynthia Plastercaster. Quote, I'm not sure if he knows, but Fred's always welcome in my collection.
I love it. That's very nice of her.
But it's probably too late by now?
Maybe. I don't know if she's still doing it.
Would you like to address Cynthia at all?